Okay, key signatures level 3 for Year 9 Semester 1. That's over here, key signatures level 3. Unfortunately, key signatures, once again, are something that you pretty much just need to memorize. Let's have a look at the lessons for key signatures. Basically, it's saying in Western music we have 12 major and minor keys, scales or keys upon the melodies and harmonies are currently upon which melodies and harmonies are commonly constructed. By placing the key signature, which is this group of 3 sharps here, at the beginning of a piece, we show the performer what scale or key the work is based in without writing in sharps and flats before every note throughout the piece. So in other words, yeah, this note's a C sharp, then an E, then an A, then a G sharp, then an A, then an F sharp, then an E, then a D, C sharp, B, A, right? So okay, if they weren't played with those sharps, it would sound pretty weird. It would sound kind of something like this if you didn't tell them to do that. Let's see, it would sound... okay, it would simply sound, it would just sound different. Not necessarily good or bad, but just, different. Alright, so then the lesson goes on to explain some things about scale degree names and how how scales are built. This is very important, that if you start on a note and you go up, so in a major key, so here in a major key, and you go up to the 6th note of that major key, or major scale, that becomes the new note for what's called the relative minor, which is the key that's the minor key that shares the same key signature. So the minor key, which is related to C major, is A minor. We call this the relative minor of C major. Now likewise, if you start off though in a minor key, well then you start on the bottom note and you would go up to the 3rd note, because keep in mind that's kind of the same thing as saying like up here, then this is the 3rd note of the minor key and going backwards here to the starting note of the minor key. They're related to each other, right? So anyway, the minor key, go to the 3rd note and you will find the relative major. So in this case, this is the D minor scale, D harmonic minor, and this 3rd note is an F, so F major is the related key. They both have the key signature of 1 flat, B flat. All right. To find the major key with 1 flat, count up 4 notes from C. So C major's got nothing. So count up 4 notes, and you end up on F, and that's F major, it's got 1 flat. From F, count up 4 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll end up on a B flat, because just keep in mind the key signature. So the next key after F major is B flat major, which would have 2 flats. After that, if you count it up from the B flat key, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th note, you would end up on an E flat, and the E flat and the E flat then would have 3 flats, and that's how that works. So basically it goes through all of these different keys for you. Okay, I'll just sort of go through then, skip a little bit faster. After that then it sort of goes through things fairly quickly, like here's the 1 sharp key, G major or E minor. And we already worked out the 1 flat key, F major or D minor. Okay, then after that it just does it very quickly. B flat major or G minor, D major or B minor, E flat major or C minor, A major or F sharp minor, and so on and so forth. Okay, you pretty much only need to know up to 4 sharps and 4 flats. But there's this other little tricky thing called a circle of fifths, which might be worth looking at. What the circle of fifths does is it tells you that if you start up the top here in the key that is C major, which has no sharps or flats, The outer circle here, by the way, in capital letters, is the major keys. The lowercase letters here in the more in the center are the minor keys, the relative minors. So let's just start with C major on the outside. If you can go up in fifths in this direction, you will end up going up one sharp key at a time. Okay, so C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp. Now F sharp major can also be known as G flat major. And B major, 5 sharps, can also be known as C flat major. They haven't bothered for these 3 keys here, which you can see they've got 2 key signatures in each of them. They haven't bothered writing in all 4 different keys. They should have really done that, but they haven't, but that's all right. If you want further information about it, just do a Google search for circle of fifths, and there's plenty of pictures like this that'll come up, which will explain all the different kinds of keys. Looks like this one has got, yeah, this one does have both the references to the different keys here. Okay, so B or C flat, B major with the 5 sharps, or C flat major with the 7 flats. Mind you, once again, they don't bother writing both of them in here for the relative minors, so yeah. Alright, but anyway, hopefully you get the idea from that. So let's have a look at what you actually have to do for your questions. You have to go to key signatures, you have to do level 3, and you need to then go start. What's this key signature? Major. Beautiful. What's the relative of A minor? C major. Which key has this key signature? A minor. Could also be C major, but C major is not an option. Which is this key signature? F major. Could also be D minor, but they don't give you that option. Which one's got this? G major. Could also be E minor, but that option's not given. Here it is though. 1 sharp, E minor. This time G major is not given, and so on and so forth.